We are here at the famous burial complex of Emperor Qin, where thousands of terracotta army soldiers stand.
The underground terracotta army found in the first emperor's mausoleum is undoubtedly one of the most remarkable and mysterious discoveries from the ancient world.
Beneath the surface of the mausoleum, which is an external freestanding building that encloses the space of a burial chamber, it is filled with gardens and stables, bronze ritual vessels, jade jewelry, and an abundance of gold and silver ornaments.
All of this was discovered on March 29, 1974, to the east of Xi'an in Shanxi province by farmers digging a water well approximately 1.5 kilometers east of the Qin Emperor's tomb mound at Mount Li.
And since then, countless more terracotta soldiers have been uncovered, but the Chinese government is wary of continuing excavation due to the fact that soldiers can easily break.
In fact, in 2007, it was estimated that there were 3 pits containing the terracotta army that had more than 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses and 150 cavalry horses, and even more is buried in the pits nearby Qin's mausoleum.
And other terracotta non-military figures were found in other pits, including officials, acrobats, strong men, and musicians.
Experts have confirmed that the material used to make the warriors and horses is a yellow earth that came from around the burial sites. Yellow earth is easy to obtain and was an appropriate material because of its adhesive quality and plasticity.
And certain amounts of white grit was added. Adding grit to the yellow earth strengthened its mechanical properties so large figures could be shaped more easily. The soldiers are in fact life-size, ranging from 5 to 6 feet tall, and originally they were painted to enhance the lifelike appearance.
Additionally, artisans used mud to make a rough cast figure which was molded from the bottom to top in sections.
They made the foot plate, which was molded into a square pattern, then added the feet, followed by the 2 legs and short pants. In order to represent muscle and bone to make the legs more lifelike, artisans would do some detailed sculpting. Short pants were made by carving a circle with the cord pattern above, which were pasted fabricated pieces of mud molded as pants.
Next, the upper body was made by winding strips of clay upwards.
Yes, and to make the clay strips tight and strong, artisans would put a layer of sackcloth inside, and this was pounded from the outside until they got a satisfactory shape and size.
Studies of the sculpture's proportions tell us that their frames were created using an assembly production system, and this paved the way for mass production and commerce later in the future.
Moving on to the construction of the tomb, it is said that work on the mausoleum began in 246 BCE, soon after Emperor Qin ascended the throne when he was just 13 years old. The project eventually involved 700,000 workers.
It is a form of funerary art buried with the emperor in 210 to 209 BCE and whose purpose was to protect the emperor in his afterlife.
In order to achieve immortality, he built himself a tomb, a vast underground city guarded by a life-size terracotta army.
The first emperor was known for stunning innovations and modernization. During his reign, he introduced the standardization of currency, writing, measurements, and more.
He connected cities and states with advanced systems of roads and canals. He is also credited with continuing the construction of the Great Wall, which is probably the most widely known symbol of China. Of all the accomplishments from this period, the unification of China is undoubtedly the greatest symbol of Qin's dynasty's power.
Emperor Qin was born in a time of turmoil known as the Warring States period from 475 to 221 BC. He founded the short-lived Qin dynasty from 221 to 206 BC.
By 221 BC, he merged the 7 warring states into one nation and took the name Qin Shi Huang, which means first emperor. He left a legacy of centralized and bureaucratic state that would be carried on to dynasties over the next 2,000 years.